I fantasize a lot about dying. Will I get hit by a truck or get diagnosed with cancer? And who will be there at the end? How many friends will show up? How many exes fly in for the funeral? But recently I've been imagining myself dead. Hands splayed out with a bullet in my chest, I imagine the police arresting me for wearing black. Government making me disappear for writing this poem. Or saying, fuck detention camps. My father on state TV apologizing on my behalf. 對唔住, he would say, bowing at a 90-degree angle. 我個女知錯㗎啦. I imagine being at the border trying to return to Hong Kong and being told the city no longer exists. Oh, I would say. So I'm dead. I wanted to write a beautiful poem, but another student has died. Another 21-year-old shot for wearing black, another 15-year-old girl's body found at the bottom of the ocean, another campus of students writing their death notes as I speak. Today is the 162nd day Hong Kong fights for its survival, and I want to tell you an accurate story of just facts. My name is Stefani Kuo, Guo Gai. I was born in 1995 in British colonial Hong Kong, and most of my life has been a ticking time bomb of censorship and surveillance, autocracy and propaganda. Today is the 162nd day my people have been taking to the streets. And from ages 11 to 83, over 4,500 have been arrested, 3,000 injured, over 14 live rounds, 1,000 beanbag rounds, 1,000 sponge rounds, 5,000 rubber bullets, and 9,500 canisters of tear gas have been fired, and over 6.5 million citizens exposed. My people have been burned and beaten, attacked and abused, assaulted, raped, shot, threatened, taunted, drowned, and killed. I have watched countless videos of cracked skulls and broken bones, taunted citizens and last breaths, innocent screams from children on the street. Another student has died. He fell, they say. It was an accident, they say, from a third-story parking lot, they say. When he died, the policemen laughed, declared they would pop champagne to celebrate the death of another cockroach. So I want this to be a good story. I want to say, go ahead, China. Make me disappear. Arrest me for writing ugly, accurate words. Ban me from a country that has never protected my people, because these are my people. That 21-year-old shot in the stomach at 8 in the morning. Pedestrian run over by a police motorcade. Social worker shot and blinded in the eye with a rubber bullet. Woman arrested and raped by 4 police officers. 14-year-old kid locked away for owning a laser pointer. They all could have been me. Every morning I wake up to images of cracked skulls on the streets in a country that will fall at China's feet for trade and investment, the NBA and a booming American economy. I used to think about dying, to think about who would be there at the end, who really cared. But I've realized that it doesn't matter who comes in the aftermath. This is a country founded on freedom and democracy, voices of the people and the right to vote, so why does it feel like it's laying in bed with a communist regime? It has been 162 days and no government recognized by the UN, not even the UN itself, has come to support my city. No nation bold enough to forgo Chinese money in exchange for humanity, to stand up for murdered Muslims or the sovereignty of Taiwan, fight to free Tibet or teenagers dying on the streets of Hong Kong. If this is a eulogy, does this mean I belong to America? Does this mean I have to stay here, to call a place that did not save my home, home? My father sits alone in our apartment in Hong Kong. He sends me videos of the violence, articles of attacks. He says he's excited for me to come home this winter. He says, it's dangerous out there. Don't go out on the streets. You could die. I imagine myself leaving home for the last time. Sometimes it looks like tear gas, like being crushed to the ground by officers and beaten by batons, but most of the time, it looks like being here, in America, taking pictures of sunsets and sipping wine out of a cup made by people trapped in a regime that does not recognize humanity. Another student has died. I know. The story gets old. So here's a poem. There is a gathering in America. It is large, it is loud, it is very festive. There are 327 million people on their feet, and they all speak Cantonese. They're all chanting, 香港人加油,香港人唔好放棄. It is a celebration and not a funeral, a poem and not a eulogy. It overflows out of America, and nobody's wallet relies on China. They all turn to me, all these Americans, to this dot of an island called Hong Kong, and they say, we're going to make sure this happens. We are going to make sure you survive. And for a brief moment, doesn't that sound beautiful?